Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. We're going to begin with harrowing new details from that deadly crush of people at a rap concert in Houston. The FBI is now assisting in the criminal investigation into the Friday night tragedy, which left 8 people dead. Hundreds more were hurt, and at least 13 people are still in the hospital. Well, tonight, a new timeline is emerging as we learn today that Houston's police chief met with rapper Travis Scott just right before the concert and voiced his concerns about crowd control. This isn't the first time one of the rapper's concerts led to violence. More on that in just a minute. But now Travis Scott faces more than a dozen lawsuits. We're also learning more about the victims. They range in age from 14 to 27 years old. John Hilgert was a 9th grader. 16-year-old Brianna Rodriguez, a high school junior who loved to dance. And 23-year-old Rudy Pena wanted to become a Border Patrol agent. They were among the nearly 50,000 people at that sold-out festival. CBS's Lilia Luciano has been in Houston all weekend and reporting for us again tonight. Good evening, Lilia.
Good evening to you, Nora. There's grief and there's anger tonight among the family members of those who died. Today, one father told us that he was assured his son had survived and later spent more than a day trying to find him until he finally discovered his death online. There are just so many questions around how this could have happened. Even before Travis Scott's performance, Houston's police chief says he met with the rap star to express his concerns about security. But that wasn't enough to prevent the deadly crush of a frenzied crowd. This cell phone video shows panicked fans begging for help while Scott performs. And minutes later, first responders struggling to save the injured. Kayla J says she comforted a man on the ground.
I just held his head and his arms in him. I just held him and I just told him I was sorry.
8 people were killed, including Danish Baig.
He died saving his fiance. She was getting hurt, hit left and right. He didn't deserve it. Travis Scott, you are the one who's liable. You got blood on your hands, man.
Investigators are now looking into whether the festival could have been stopped sooner by Travis Scott himself. Scott took to the stage at around 9 p.m. Friday. By 9:30, police saw fans collapsing. At 9:38, the concert was declared a mass casualty event, but Scott did not stop performing until after 10 p.m. He did stop briefly to get help for someone in the crowd.
Somebody help him. Somebody passed out right here.
He eventually continued on with the show, but there were early signs of the coming chaos.
When the festival opened its doors today,
organizers of this year's Astroworld Fest promoted it using clips of fans storming a prior event while some people were trampled while trying to enter. At a New York City concert in 2017, Scott encouraged a man to jump from the balcony and into the crowd. Scott was also arrested and fined that year for inviting fans to bypass security and rush the stage at another concert. And in 2015, the hip-hop star was arrested for urging fans to hop over barricades at the Lollapalooza festival. Travis Scott says he is devastated and announced tonight that he will cover the funeral costs of all 8 victims. He's also partnered with a mental health services company that works online and will provide free therapy to all of those affected. Nora.
Lilia Luciano, thank you so much.